It's been 2 years since you started watching pornography. For some, it's been 14 years. And what felt like just giving into a little urge here and a little craving there is now a big elephant in your room and in your life. So big an elephant that you can't remember or imagine a day or a night without giving into it. This cycle of one last time is the reality of many people that struggle with this addiction. And the sad part is, one last time is never really the last time. And if this is you, one of the most overlooked reasons why you haven't overcome this addiction is this: you don't have a battle plan. Think about it. What's your plan? What plan do you have in place to prevent you from falling into temptation? Or are you just winging it? Like, for instance, what's your plan after a long day at work? You can't seem to make progress on that task you're working on. You feel unworthy, but you want to make yourself feel worth it. You need some form of release, escape. At that point, what's your battle plan? What's your plan when you're watching a movie with your family and friends and that sex scene comes up? You all skip it and move on, but you've not stopped longing to go and see that scene when no one is around. You are triggered. What's your battle plan? What's your plan when you go for a wedding and even though you're excited for your friends that are getting married, you are faced with that staggering reality that you have no one to have and to hold? You are triggered. What's your battle plan? The mistake that a lot of people make when trying to overcome this addiction is that they begin to fight the urge to watch pornography at the point of temptation. They begin to fight this temptation when they are weak. That is already a lost battle. On the contrary, you are meant to fight this temptation when you are, in quotes, strong. You know that point where you fall for the temptation, you repent and you get yourself back up. That point that you are saying, no, I'm not going to watch this again. That point of seeming clarity, that is the point you are meant to set the structures and your battle plan. Because the battle plan and structures you put in that time of strength are the things that are going to save you in the times of weakness. So in this 2-part series, I'm going to be sharing with you my best secrets. I'm going to be sharing the secrets that I've used to overcome pornography for over 3 years now. And I'm going to be sharing the tools that, I share with people when I go for a speaking engagement and people ask me, what is the quickest way to overcome this addiction? And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. So without further ado, let's get deep into it. My top battle plan, which I would suggest to make your top battle plan, is this: have an accountability app that actually works. I cannot overemphasize how important this is because trust me, I've been there. I've done that. I've clicked there and I've watched that. I was stuck in the cycle of watching porn, repenting, getting myself back up, but falling again. But this cycle was first broken when I got an application. And what the app does is that it gives you space to breathe and detox. And this is so crucial because before I got an accountability app, pornography was just literally a click away. I thought about it, I'll just click on it. But now with an app, there is a form of barricade, there is a block, that makes me think for a second. Do I want to please my flesh or do I want to please God? Now, the question you likely have is, what accountability app should I use? I have 3 recommendations. And these are apps that I have tested, over the past 5 years. I've tested over 50 to 60 apps, and I have seen that these apps have stood the test of time in quality. They are in no way perfect, but they work. And I'm also going to be sharing the apps that I use in my family currently. So the first app I'll recommend is called Truple. If you watch my last video, I recommended this app, and this is not a sponsored video in any way. I've just found out that this app works and I've used it for a couple of years. And Truple is a screenshot accountability app. And what a screenshot accountability app is that it's an app that randomly captures your screen at random times in the day and sends it to your accountability partner. This is one of the best ways I have seen to overcome pornography, because instead of looking for an app, like monitoring and filtering apps that block pornographic websites, when you get there, the reason why this one is so much better is that you are living your life with an awareness that your phone can literally be captured at any point and sent to your accountability partner. And this is very powerful because it helps you monitor your life and keeps your life in check. Many times maybe you're scrolling on Instagram and you want to spend that extra 10 seconds looking at a lustful picture. With the awareness of this, it makes you pause and say, no, right now I don't want to please my flesh, I want to please God. So I found Truple to be that perfect application. Not only are the images captured, with the power of AI, it is blurred, so it keeps your sensitive informations before it sends them to your accountability partner. So this is the perfect application for especially Android users. I know I've talked about some good things about it now, but now I'm going to be talking about some downsides to Truple. So one of the downsides to Truple and any screenshot accountability app is that they don't work on Apple devices. And why? Because Apple has, some privacy settings and privacy policies that prevent, third parties from accessing some certain things on your phone. And if you watch my last video, you know that I had to literally move from iPhone to Android because I wanted to use this kind of applications to monitor my life. Another downside to this is that, sometimes because the AI is not perfect, it could alert your accountability partner that, hey, you are checking some things, whereas you're just browsing a random YouTube video. So that's a downside about the app. So the second app on my list is called Kidslox. This app is simply incredible. The UI is great. The UX is great. It monitors and filters, blocks pornographic content. It enforces safe search. And the better part, it also has screenshot accountability. The onboarding is seamless and they have a good support team. And I used this app for a couple years also. So Kidslox is a perfect application for you and your family. Now, I've talked about the good side of Kidslox. I want to talk about some downside. A downside to this is that Kidslox is not available on desktop devices and laptop devices. And even on the iPhone, the work is only limited to monitoring and filtering. That is, screenshots can't be taken on it because, iPhone doesn't allow screenshot accountability. Another downside to this is unlike Truple, where the images are blurred by AI, with Kidslox, the images are just literally sent to your accountability partner like that. So if you aren't even using the app with your spouse, your partner, Kidslox might not be perfect for you because it's literally going to send everything on your screen to your accountability partner. I remember when I was using this app, I'm happy that, my accountability partner was my partner literally, but it was hard to, make surprises and do surprises, because I had to find ways around it and literally not use my phone for the period that I wanted to surprise her. So that's something I struggled with and, I think you should keep that in mind. And now the final app, which is the app I use till date. This is an app I've paid for over 2 years. And it works perfectly. I can't fault it in almost any way, and it's a monitoring and filtering app called Famisafe. Everything about this app is great. The UX, the UI, setting up, you don't have to be tech savvy to be able to set this up. And, it is not just a good app for, blocking pornography. It's also a good app for parental control. It can help you watch your kids. Very, very good. For me, the biggest reason why I picked this over Truple and Kidslox, even though it's just a monitoring and filtering app, is because it is available on all devices. So it's available on iPhone, on Android, on Chromebooks, and on Windows and on iOS. So I just have to pay for one subscription and it covers all the devices in my household. And also the downside, like I spoke about for the other ones, the only downside for me for this one is that it is not a screenshot accountability application.
Hey guys, so quick update here. While I was editing this video for you, I decided to update my Famisafe app, and this downside that I just spoke about, which is the fact that Famisafe doesn't capture screenshots, right now it does. I just updated my app and I saw the ability to enable it, and it captures screenshots on your accountability partner's phone. So all you need to do is just update your app, and it should be there. It's not perfect yet, but it works on not just the iPhone, Android. It also works on the iPhone. It doesn't blur screenshots yet, but it works. So I'm excited about that. And let's get back to the video.
And all these apps that I've mentioned here, you can check a link to them in my description below. They are all paid apps. If there is any discount code on anything, you'll find that in my description below. So having an accountability app is my top and first best battle plan for overcoming addiction when you are starting out. So if you are going to be taking this accountability app route, I would like you to keep one thing in mind. And this is something I share with people that I counsel and encourage to get an application. I would like you to have a mindset that you are not depriving yourself of something you want. You are ridding yourself of something you don't want, because many of the times you feel like, no, I can't have an application that, is sending something to an accountability partner. I can't have an application that is blocking. I can't freely use my phone. That's the point. In the end, you could start off using this application, and after a while, after some years, you don't really have to use this application, because the desire for pornography will die. And I talked a little about this in the former video, but I would really like you to watch this next video where I talk about all the steps, the essential steps that I took from the beginning, from when I started struggling and when I started getting out of it till freedom over 3 years now. And I want you to watch this video next, and I'll see you in the next one.